former South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Let's start here with the late news overnight about the impeachment trial. What are your thoughts about the Senate not allowing witnesses to participate?
Well, it's frustrating. You know, if you want the truth to come out, if you want a fair trial, you would think that you'd want as much evidence as possible and witnesses who could shed light on the situation. But the reality is, I think for the Senate GOP, this is a political process, not a real trial. All the more reason to remember that if that seems discouraging looking at Washington, they might be the jurors right now, but we're the jurors tomorrow. And the message that I have for voters everywhere is that at the end of the day, in 2020, we get to decide on the president and on an awful lot of senators too.
You've been traversing the state of Iowa. We've been here over the last 24 hours talking to potential caucus goers. Some people saying they may not go and caucus on Monday night. Why should they?
Well, this is the most important decision, I think, that will be made in presidential politics in our lifetimes. And it's personal. I think part of how I need to make sure that I'm closing the case is through some of the stories that I'm telling about why the choices made in the Oval Office and in Washington, D.C. affect our everyday lives. You know, it's a mayor's mentality because, of course, on the ground in South Bend, I saw constantly how the things that we were working on a policy level were shaping how our lives went on the ground, in our homes, in our neighborhoods, in our lives. We got to bring that same level of urgency and scrutiny when it comes to the presidency too.
It seems like just about a year ago, Tricia and I were at the desk when you announced that you were launching your exploratory committee. A year later, you are here. Where do you see yourself a year from now?
Well, if all goes well, then a year from now, I'll be jumping into those first 100 days of the presidency, where there will be a lot of work to be done. As I was sharing with the caucus goers today, we're going to face climate challenges, security challenges, economic challenges that were not even understood just a few years or decades ago. But that's all the more reason that we have to do this right now. And it's amazing to think what's happened over the course of the last year, from when we launched this to where we are today. In a few days, we'll know where we stand in Iowa, and then onward to the states to follow, and hopefully to the presidency.
Can I still call you Mayor Pete?
I think I'd like to be Mayor Pete for life.
Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate it.
Thank you.